Hi, I'm Alston, half of the duo behind Habitual Hostess. We have an Instagram page that's all about entertaining and cooking and making everyday life fun. And we are so excited to be here today for 5-ingredient Friday. We are making our slice and bake cheese wafers, which are an absolute staple in our household. We keep them in the freezer, sliced, unbaked, and they're the perfect thing to have on hand to pop into the oven if you have someone coming over for cocktails, or if you're throwing a dinner party and you don't want to cook an appetizer. They're the perfect bite to go with a cocktail. And as the holidays are coming up, they are the perfect thing to bake and give to people as a holiday gift. So this is the end of what we'll make. These are the unbaked sliced cheese wafers, and we just keep them in a baggie like this in the freezer. So the 5 ingredients that we're going to need today are sharp cheddar cheese. We like to buy the block cheese that's not already grated, and flour, cayenne pepper, salt, and butter. So let's get started. So I've put 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese into the food processor, and we just chopped it up this time, but you can grate it first, whatever you'd like. And a stick of unsalted butter that's come to room temperature. So now we're just gonna put the top on the food processor. We can get that on, and we're just gonna let it go. So we processed this for probably about 45 seconds. And as you can see, it's kind of all come together into a cheesy butter ball. And now we're gonna add 1 1/4 cups of flour and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And we're gonna put the top back on, and we're gonna process it for probably about another 30 seconds to a minute until it comes together in a ball, and I'll show you what that looks like. It's been combined, as you can see, and it's kind of all come to one ball on the side. And I did stop this halfway through and use the spatula to push down the sides to make sure I combined everything. But now I'm gonna take out the middle, and I'm gonna spread this out onto a piece of plastic wrap. I laid out about 20 inches of saran wrap, and I spread evenly, I'm about to show you, the cheese wafer mixture about 12 inches along just with the spatula. And my 2 tips for making the best shape are one of these like $2, $3 dough knife things that you can get on Amazon, and a paper towel, the inside of a paper towel. All together, and it's kind of about 12 inches long, and the cheese straws are all about 2 inches maybe in diameter, maybe a little less. And so I have some extra at the end, and I'm going to tie that off, and this is going to go into the refrigerator for at least 5 hours. But honestly, you can do this like a day in advance or 2 days in advance, but it doesn't even matter, because here's what we're going to do. So here's what it looks like. Here it is that came out of the refrigerator. So now we're gonna take off the wrapping, and we're gonna slice it into about like a 1/4 inch slices, and we're gonna put that on a baking sheet, let it harden for a few minutes, and then put it in the bag and keep it into the freezer frozen. They're all sliced and on the tray, and I'm gonna put these in the freezer, maybe for about an hour, and then I'll put them in a baggie. And this is how I keep them frozen. You can cook them just like this for about 18 minutes, 350. Add another 2 minutes if you're pulling them out of the freezer. But the tip is that having them from the freezer, when you have that really cold butter in a hot oven, it makes them like extra flaky and crispy, kind of like a biscuit. So anyway, let's put them in the oven and see what comes out. Okay, here are cheese wafers straight from the oven. I want to show you what they look like. We hope you'll make them. We love pairing them with any cocktail, but especially a Manhattan or champagne. It's the perfect. Cheers, everybody.